if you have questions about steaming, I'm here to answer your questions. And yes, her channel was clear. I'm not. Yes, ring light. Yes, God. Yes, God. But y'all, can y'all hear me? You can hear me? It will not throw off your pH. It will actually help your pH. So steaming helps with a variety of things. So the best herbs to use postpartum, I have a delicacy blend that features yarrow, motherwort, and I don't give my whole blend out, but some of the main herbs are motherwort, yarrow, mugwort. I use milk thistle in the postpartum steams. Cheers. Okay, so right now, if you go on Target.com, if you go to Target.com and search foldable commode, they actually have foldable, like, portable commode chairs for like $30. So that's where you could get your chair from. Your first steam, I always like the Transform or the Abundant steam for a first time. It does help with irregular bleeding. Yeah, so cysts, fibroids, irregular bleeding. I'm treating some people with endometriosis. I have a blend that helps with BV. Yes, so, and the thing about steaming is it does help for things that, you know, and even if you don't have anything specifically going on with your yoni in the moment, steaming is amazing for emotional release. So, you know, we store a lot of emotions in that area of our body, and so it serves as a way to allow the 4 elements to help us to release those things. After you give birth, you can start steaming immediately. If you're still bleeding, you still have the losha coming out, what you can do is you can prepare, so these steams can either be used as a steam or a bath. So you would prepare the herbs. I know Narissa was pouring the water in above the herbs, or pouring the water and then adding the herbs. I actually bring the water to a rolling boil on the stove, and then I add the herbs for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then I get over them. You should not steam if you're pregnant. No. It can help with those things, yes. The bladder infection and the vaginitis, yes. So steaming definitely does help to balance the pH. And I have a blend for fertility, is called my Abundance Blend. So like I was saying, it can be a steam or a bath. So you prepare the herbs, and then you either sit above the steam or you can pour them into your bath water. So if you're doing it postpartum, you kind of want to do a shallow bath so that it's not diluting the herbs too much. Let's see, I'm trying to look at everybody's questions. Your teenage daughter can definitely do this. I do this with my teenage daughter as well. I actually started her steaming when she was about 14 years old, and it really helps with the cramping and with just the discomfort. Now, I want everyone to know that steaming alone is not going to solve all your problems. You need to be eating properly. You need to be fasting. If you have BV, if you have yeast issues, that is an indication your body is trying to tell you that it needs to be cleansed. So, and that doesn't mean you just have to drink water. That would be great, but you can do smoothies, you can do juices. You should take at least 3, and really it should be more like 5 or 7 days to completely give your digestion system a break. Completely stop eating whatever it is that you're eating, and only be intaking fresh fruits and vegetables, whether you're eating them or whether you're juicing them or whether you're having them in smoothies. So that is what the course of action is when you are dealing with any type of infection. You should not steam during pregnancy. Yes, you would definitely remove the towel before sitting down. You're going to be bare. It's going to be your honeypot, and the steam is going to go right there for it. Wonderful. Yes, God. Yes. Yeah, and if it's amazing postpartum. It feels, not only does it feel really good, but when you just have a baby, you're more at risk for postpartum depression. And so steaming is an excellent way to just, you know, give yourself, it's really dedicating some time to yourself to just relax and to just release. So you can steam You should be fully covered. You should be warm. Your feet should be, you saw Narissa had socks on. If you want to put a blanket around you, you should keep your body as warm as possible. You can steam as much as you want. If you're dealing with cysts or fibroids or something that's more chronic, you can steam more frequently. The woman, my friend who I helped get rid of her fibroids, she actually, she steamed every day or every other day. And she was also doing a womb detox diet, not a diet, but nutrition program. So she was completely vegan. She was drinking her juices. She was drinking her smoothies. She was eliminating things from her diet that were causing imbalances. So the sugars, the breads, the pastas, the meats, the dairies, no good. Okay. I do have a steam for PCOS, and that would be the Transform blend. Yep, you can do the bath. It's still effective. I do have a blend that helps with vaginal dryness. It's called the Refresh blend, and the specific herb that helps with that is called slippery elm bark. Yes, you should definitely change your diet for best result. If your diet is not right, you should definitely be eating more alkaline foods than anything else. So if you're thinking about fruits and vegetables, think about things that have seeds in them. Apples, oranges, avocados, kiwis. Kiwis and avocados like one of my most favorite breakfasts. Yeah, the bath is really, really nice. Hi, South Carolina. So during a steam, so one of the things that I do, hey boo, one of the things that I do during steams is I have music going, really relaxing music. And I also, I do Palo Santo, sometimes sage, sometimes Palo Santo, just to clear the energy. I have my crystals with me. I like to do a nice foot soak, and I have a neck wrap that I use to kind of make myself warm, and then I have a nice cup of tea. So really look at steaming as a time for you to really invest in yourself and put some time into yourself. You know, we spend a lot of time serving other people, our families, our employers, our clients. And it's really important to take time to take care and honor and serve ourselves the way that we serve other people. Yes, clean eating is definitely going to help any issue that you have going on with your health, whether it's dealing with the yoni or not. Did I suggest a pot over a bath? I mean, I think, like I said, the pot is definitely something, it's a tool that allows you to release and see when the herbs, so there's 4 elements that are involved. Well, there's more than 4, there's 5, but it's the air, which is the steam, it's the fire that you're using to heat the water up, it's the earth, which is the herbs, and it's the, what's the last one? Earth, fire, air, water, whatever. They're all they're all a part of the process. And then the 5th element is energy. So when you're steaming, you're actually providing an actual place for that energetic toxicity and debris to go. And you can physically pick it up and dump it out. Postpartum steaming or bathing can be done immediately after childbirth. Does it help your sex life? Yes, God. Yes, so I'll speak on the question about emotional difficulties. Hold on one second, y'all. I'll be right back. I actually have a client coming later, so I was just heating the water up. Give me one moment. Okay, so as far as the emotional release, so that gets into dealing with energy work and the chakras. And so we have 7 main chakras, and the yoni is down at the root chakra, and also the sacral chakra, which is where the womb is. So again, when we are literally opening that part of our body, and allowing steam to go in, the intention of steaming is to be releasing. So it's not just releasing the physical things that may be causing us off balance. It's the energetic things that are causing us to be off balance. So the pain, the unforgiveness, the trauma, the memories, those are things that we really want to be intentional about focusing on releasing when we're steaming, because those things can manifest themselves into physical challenges as well. I hope that answered that question. A general steam for first timers could be the transform or the abundance steam. The specific blend for fibroids is the transform steam. The fertility steam. Okay. So the fertility steam is called abundance, and really it creates a more fertile environment. So all of the steams are really designed to help to increase blood circulation. The better blood circulation we have, the cleaner our blood is, because it's able to move freely. So the abundance steam really focuses on balancing the pH, but then also increasing blood circulation, and just really pulling anything out that may be stagnant, because we really want to have a really clean, balanced environment for conception. Thank you. I love kiwi too. It's so good. Yes, God. Do you recommend becoming an herbalist? Not necessarily. I did take an herbology course and become certified. But you can read the same information. All you have to do is pick up a book. If you think about people who, even I won't say people, I'll say myself. When I went to school and I have a bachelor's in marketing, and I was reading books that I could have went to the library and looked at, and not paid as much money. Yes, God. So no, the bowl in the toilet seat works as well. You just want to be a little bit more careful with that method, because you are closer. So that's actually what they would do back in ancient times when they didn't have chairs and commode chairs and Yoni steaming chairs, is that they would actually put a bowl on the ground of the steeped herbs, and then they would just kind of squat and bend over it. Maybe just, let me see if I can show y'all. Ugh. Oh no, let me see. I don't want my ring light. Here, I'll just turn this around like this. Can y'all see me? Okay, so like, for example, this bowl right here, if you were just to prepare the herbs and it's steaming here, if you're more comfortable, you could just do one of these, have a skirt on, and just kind of, and this way you can use your hands to kind of, your arms to gauge and control how far away you are from the steam in the bucket. But yeah, that method is completely fine. Let me get back on my little comfy, cozy perch. So it's ideal to dump outside and give the herbs back to the earth, so that the earth can recycle that energy that you released. I have so many clients. Honestly, I put it down the garbage disposal. Yes, God. So debris, so you may have some discharge and things coming out. It all depends on the individual and what you're dealing with. You may see some in the pot. Typically you won't. Typically it'll be something that is going to be released in your next menstrual cycle. So really what the steams are doing is they are causing your uterine and vaginal, it's really called your perineal muscles and your perineal tissue, to circulate more blood. So what happens when the blood circulates is that anything that's not supposed to be there starts to get closer and closer to the cell to come out. So what happens is it can come out in discharge, which is kind of the body's natural function for getting rid of like dead cells, because that's what discharge is. Or when you have your next cycle, it'll come out in that cycle. Let me see who is. Oh, I thought this was Narissa. Where's she at? Okay. All right. So you can find seats. You can reuse the steam water. I would only recommend doing it once. You can find seats. If you go to Target.com, they actually have foldable commodes right now for like $30. So yeah, I was gonna buy a whole bunch of those and sell kits. Yes, God. It can be, so if you're not dealing with anything specific, you should be steaming at least 2 to 3 times a month. Ideally, it's best to do it the week before your cycle starts to ensure that you have a nice, easy cycle. But again, if you're having really difficult cycles and you're having really bad cramps and clotting, diet needs to be looked at. A cleanse needs to be done because your body is letting you know that it is not in a balanced condition. Okay, let's see. You would do it before your cycle, Fit and Flex. Yes, seat can be purchased on Amazon or medical stores. That's correct. So when you're looking for a seat, just look for a commode. That's really what the most ideal kind of already set up thing is. I mean, there's people that actually make Yoni seats and they create them out of wood. And I actually, there's a beautiful sister, Kelly Garza of Steamy Chick. She's on Instagram as well, and she's one of the people who makes and manufactures the boxes. She also sells herbs. Okay, let's see here. You don't have to use a glass bowl or pot, no. Okay, let's see. Okay, can you mix steams? You can mix steams. You can blend the herbs together, yes. How many steams? I'm not sure what that question is, but in the packs that I sell of the different blends, there's 3 steams per each package. No, increasing the blood supply, well, so you're not increasing the blood supply, you're increasing the blood circulation. So the circulation is not what the issue is with fibroids. The issue with fibroids is, and I'm not a medical doctor, but I will say this, fibroids are a sign of an imbalance. So when, fibroids are basically compartments where your body has taken toxins and stored them. So it can be like pus and blood and other things. So what helps mucus in any form where it hardens, which is basically what a fibroid is to create a more alkaline environment for your body. So I don't know if anyone's heard of Dr. Sebi. He was an amazing biochemist who discovered that when you create an alkaline environment in your body, disease cannot exist there. So I strongly and highly recommend looking at his nutritional guide. And he also has herbal supplements that assist to cleanse the blood as well and cleanse the body and the lymphatic system. What books do I recommend? So I have tons of books, but one of the books that I definitely recommend, let me go grab it. There is not a huge selection of books, written specifically on Yoni steaming, but this book right here, Prescription for Nutritional Healing, is basically, so let's look up fibroids. So whatever you're dealing with, you can look and kind of see the natural way to treat it versus the medical kind of pharmaceutical way. And it tells you what herbs you should take and what foods you should stay away from and all that. And what foods you should eat. And what I'll do is I'll take a picture of this and put it in my story so that you can see it. And screenshot it. Okay. So uterine fibroids. Uterine fibroids, also called leiomyomas or myomas, are benign growths that can form on the interior muscular wall as well as the exterior of the uterus. These tumors can be microscopic to several pounds. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it's estimated that 20 to 50% of women of reproductive age have fibroids, although not all are diagnosed. The other thing that I've noticed a strong correlation with, again, I'm not a medical doctor, women who have been on birth control for extended period of time have high numbers of fibroids. So that's just something to keep in mind. Let's see. So some of the things that are recommended for the fibroids, according to this book, are coenzyme, which I don't know what that is, Floridix iron from herbs, which is actually an iron that I took while I was pregnant with my children. It's a plant-based iron, which is a lot better than tablets. Listen, if you're taking supplements and it's a hard tablet, don't take that. Take supplements that are powder inside of a capsule. That's going to break down to your bloodstream way more efficiently. The tablets that we take, like those big iron pills they give you when you're pregnant, they do not break down in your system very well at all. Vitamin A, zinc, vitamin C. So the herbs are dandelion root, milk thistle, turmeric, green tea, red clover, burdock root. So, you know, this book definitely gives you a lot of information if you're looking to treat yourself naturally. Okay. The steams can help with PCOS, yes. But again, and I'll say again for everyone, steaming is not going to solve your issue. Steaming is going to help to be a catalyst for your body to start detoxing. You need to do the legwork and commit to yourself and make sure that you're eating foods that are healing you and not harming you. You can use a stainless steel bowl you got from Walmart. Yep. So the steam should last about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how close you have it to you, depending on how well you have it enclosed. And it is something, again, that you can reuse your herbs, so you can heat them up a second time if you want to do an extended steam. An hour later, my PNS came from. Yeah, steaming will definitely stimulate you to release your cycle. So that's why I said it is. Thank you so much, Josie. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Oh yeah, it will definitely encourage your uterus to start to detox, which is why your cycle starts. Because our cycles are designed to give us a way to detox every month naturally. You should be steaming the week leading up to your cycle. Yes, so drinking tea definitely does help with your womb. There's different teas that you can create. I make a tea called honeypot specialty. I'm looking at branching out into different types of teas because I've created boxes and kits. So I have a box that deals with fibroids. It's a little bit more expensive because when you're dealing with fibroids, you want to be steaming at least 2 to 3 times weekly versus monthly. So that box has more. So I'm looking at developing a drinking tea to actually go along with that. Thank you. It's not safe to do while you're pregnant, no. But you can do it immediately after you give birth. Yes, yeah, thank you, Fiona, for saying that, because it is really, you'll notice that your cycles become really breezy. Once you start steaming, it's like, sometimes I'll get and I keep track of my cycle, but sometimes I'll get it and I'll be like, I didn't even know it was supposed to be coming. Because normally, like before I was steaming regularly, I would feel it like a week in advance. Like I would start cramping. I would be, I don't deal with that anymore. I work out. I get up. I go to yoga. I still, it's not debilitating anymore. Okay. You can alternate between 2 different steams. Yes. Yes. Thanks again. There's a number of different herbs. Some of the herbs commonly used in steam are motherwort, lavender, mugwort, yarrow, dong quai. Some people do the electric pot. I think that it's okay to do it. My method of steaming actually involves cloth around the seat, so that's not recommended for mine. But I know Kelly Garza of Steamy Chick, she puts a electric burner in her wooden boxes, and I think that's great for if you're gonna do that method. But whenever you're putting an electric pot underneath you, I think that you need to make sure that your setup is really stable and really sturdy so you don't hurt yourself. The herbs can be, I would say you can use the herbs up to 2 times, but it needs to be immediately. So if you steam one time and you feel like, oh, that was 20 minutes and I want to steam again, you can heat those herbs up one more time, but I wouldn't do it much more than that. No, the packages are 3. So it's a cup of herbs to a gallon of water. Excuse me. And there's 3 cups in each of my blends. So my packages are $33. There's 3 sessions in each. Okay. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Okay. Yes, God. Screenshot it. Oh, here. I'll hold it up so y'all can screenshot it. Screenshot. Ooh, say that 10 times fast. Yes, God. You can screenshot this, and like I said, I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of it for my story as well. So you can screenshot it there. Let me hold it up just one more time. Screenshot. Okay. Nisi, 1, I think that it would be beneficial for you to try to get rid of them naturally. Oh, Narissa just said she's sitting on this. Narissa just texted me. Is she still live? I wonder. I can't see because I'm on my live. I'm dealing with fibroids and they are painful. Surgery is recommended. Yeah, I would definitely try to clean that diet up. Try to go on a fast. Try to go on a cleanse. You want to be urgent. Have a sense of urgency about not letting anybody cut on you. Hey, Irie, child. Yes, God. Yeah, I helped someone to get rid of her. Yay! I helped someone to get rid of it. I can't wait to see y'all again. And we're doing Charlotte. Are you going to DC too, Irie, child? I helped someone get rid of her fibroids and she did not need to get surgery. She actually went to go get the surgery and they did one last ultrasound and they were like, we can't find your fibroids. Yes, God. And that's how I knew I was onto something. The book is called Prescription for Nutritional Healing. You can screenshot this, and like I said, I will go ahead and put this on my story as well so you can see this. Yes, now look here, stretch. You can definitely utilize Yoni steaming to help with fibroids. Again, Yoni steaming is not going to solve your problems. You need to look at what you are consuming and intaking, and you need to look at giving your body a chance to repair itself, and the way that you do that is by fasting and cleansing. This book is not by Dr. Sebi, but I highly recommend and support all of Dr. Sebi's teaching. Been doing Yoni steams for fibroids for 2 months, and I have 2 cycles. It's made a huge difference. My period went down from 4 days to 7. No bloating or PMS. I'm excited to. Yes, God. That's awesome. That's wonderful. Tailor-made aesthetics. Yes, God. I do not provide the certification courses yet. I am working on those. Oh, coenzyme is an organic non-protein compound. Okay. The steams can help in conception. Yes, I have a bunch of happy stories about conception, and after they use the abundant steam. I don't recommend douching at all. So here's the thing. They were supposed to be subscription kits, but the way my Square is set up, I have to figure out the monthly billing. So right now, there's no commitment necessary. You can just buy a kit, and you're not going to be, committed to get it the next month. But I am looking into coming up with a solution to be able to do subscription boxes and billing. You can steam if you're a virgin. Yep. For menstrual pain, you would use the Transform blend. You should steam at least 2 to 3 times per month, the week before your cycle. If you're dealing with cysts or fibroids, you need to steam more frequently, or even conception, you should probably be steaming more frequently. Yeah, the Transform blend is going to be for people dealing with a heavy cycle. Thank you. Honey butter, y'all need to get, I'm telling y'all, that honey butter is like, I didn't even know. I did not know that it was going to be like, I'm like, wow, what did I really get myself into? Because I'm telling y'all, this honey butter is selling out. Like, I'm not being able to make it fast enough. It's really amazing. Yeah, we know. They tell us that, and it's not true. Yeah. Yeah, the birth control pills, I think, are giving us fibroids. Yes, God. I didn't read a book. I just searched him. I just stalked him on YouTube and got a lot of his teachings from YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I got to get ready for my client. I will come to Charlotte, yes. Yes, God. We're going to be doing, so go to Narissa's page. So if you have not followed my honeypot pop-up page, is it pop-up honeypot? My page is pop-up honeypot, and it has all of my, my events and things that I'll be doing, and I will be updating that with the Charlotte and DC dates. Okay, I will recommend some more books for my story as well. You should recommend steaming should be 2 to 3 times per month. I sell the tea that I sell is not loose leaf. It's packaged individually. I would prefer everything be ordered online, and if you would like to pick them up, you can do that. You can select pickup as your delivery option. Fibroids and ovarian cysts is the, thank you so much about the compliments for my skin, the Transform blend. Yes. Transform will help you to regulate your period. I would love to come to Savannah. I definitely travel for parties, so check out my website. I have there's a 10-person minimum for parties when I travel. I would love to come to Colorado. Yes, God. Yes, God. I definitely recommend drinking sea moss. Yes, God. I would not add oranges or honey to the steam, no. Because I wouldn't add any citrus and honey, no. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. All right, well, everyone have an amazing night. I hope that I was able to answer your questions. I do not have any affiliation with the company, the other honeypot. It's called the Honeypot Company. I do not, no. I definitely am. Yes, Cake Face. Yes, 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 I'm on it. We're on the same page. Yes, God. All right, well, I'm going to end here. I got to get ready for my client. So everybody have an amazing night. And thank you so much for joining. And thank you so much for investing in yourself. Because if you're watching this and you're still watching this, it means that you care about your health. Yes, God.